I think the reason why we're in tears on the couch was because we just realized that this isn't where we wanted to be. Give her nice things that she likes. I don't want it to seem like she married me and she's suffering. Carry IUD. Whatever it is you want to carry it now. You don't need to buy a new phone. You need to buy a new Nossi, bro. I got on that. Hello everyone and welcome back to Uzoma Iroche's channel. Woo!
Why did they do my introduction for me?
You can do it too. I just want to kickstart the intro so that it's not your code. Yeah, start now.
You've already done it.
I've not done it. No, bro. Like, do it again.
No. Welcome back, guys. So in today's video, as you can tell, we're going to be reflecting on 1 year being married.
It will do you like a dream.
No, for real. It would actually do you like a dream. I can't believe.
Oh my god.
We've been married for 1 year. This time last year, what were we doing?
I feel like if I can see my face, I look like Yuri's face. Like, damn.
Nah.
Yeah, what have we been doing for 1 year? Would you like to tell the people?
Cooking a child.
Wow, that's deep.
Cooking a child. That's what I've been doing. I don't know about you. What have you been doing?
I'll be supporting the one that's cooking a child.
Daniel wanted us to do this actually super unscripted. Not like I script most. I don't really script my videos, to be fair. So try to plan them, but like in terms of scripting, not really. I think I just tried scripting a video, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Today's video is going to be raw, very honest as always, and yeah, we'll try not to overshare. But you know, you can definitely expect that honesty from us. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So as she said, I think I really wanted us to do this video mainly because I think Uzoma is growing a lot as well. Like if you've been an OG Uzoma fan from the beginning, like to see
Uzoma fan
or her YouTube fan, to see how different her channel has taken, the trajectory it's taken, like being married and having a child in the space of 1 year. I think I really just wanted us to have something to look back on, like as the years go by, even for our children. Like, okay, your mom had her like fun days, and then she grew up, and then she went to school, and then she got a job, and then she got married, and then you guys came along, like just that vibe. So I just wanted us, again, this isn't one of those 5 best advice for 1 year
driving marriage. Nah,
bro.
I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I feel like a baby in this. You
exactly.
know, like I really feel like a baby. Like I was at a bridal shower the other day, and they were asking people for advice, and like if you've been married for 10 years, 9 years, this, that, and the other. And when people were talking, I was just like, wow, I'm such a baby in this, and I literally have not gone anywhere. I've not started, but I also feel like I have started, in the sense that 1 year has actually gone by and we have not killed ourselves. We are still in love. I say a win's a win. You know?
Who's the assassin between two of us?
You.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so grateful. Like when I look back on 1 year, it's really hard to look back on the year without talking about our child, but I'm gonna do that. Try to do that at least, because you know.
Yeah.
I was pregnant for most of last year. Let's start there.
Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna start from there. But I want to also put a caveat, because I am me, and because some of you, I know we're calculating it. Let me just clear the air. We actually no. So and to the lovely people that came to me to ask, I really appreciate you for asking. I appreciate the honesty, because Uzoma is authentic and vulnerable. So I'll just let you guys know. We're married actually April 5th. So the party was May 30th. Whatever you want to do with that information, do. But because I know some of you were doing quadratic equation, Pythagoras theorem, let me just tell you now. So yeah, but that being said, let's start with, I'll just ask you a couple of questions just so you can give your own opinion. What would you say, aside from the baby, like put the baby on one side?
Okay.
What is one memorable high moment of our first year marriage?
baby.
Can't lie, as I'm asking this question, I'm thinking about my answer.
Exactly, and that's not fair because you have more time.
Okay, I'll answer it
Yeah,
first.
you
Let me
answer.
it first.
Because I have something in mind, but it's not really. Okay, let me just go first since you asked me.
Okay, then you can ask. You call this part out, but you can ask what is one memorable low moment, and then I'll go first. Does that seem fair?
That's easier.
Okay, say one. Okay, let's do. Okay, what is one memorable low moment from 2024? From our first year of marriage, sorry.
I think when we had like one major disagreement.
What was it about?
I think it was about like our communication styles.
Really? What was the situation?
I
want to be sure we're talking about the same thing because I have a similar one too.
It was when we were like sitting on the couch.
This couch, right?
Yes.
And something happened on Sunday Eve after church.
Yeah, something happened.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't a fun conversation.
Yeah.
And basically we had a whole conversation about it after, and tears were rolling.
Yeah, okay, just for context for many of you to know, at the time, I really wanted to give to Uzoma a new phone just because her phone had been...
Oh, now you telling them the tea.
It's not like a deep thing.
Okay.
So I really wanted to give Uzoma a phone like I had planned towards it. I think I wanted that to be her Christmas gift just because her phone... God.
Let's see. Okay, not too much of my girl.
Okay, but it's old, man. Okay, so let me explain my point.
And I'm not a wasteful person.
I agree. But like, I was in my mind. So okay, so that I've stated the problem. We don't have to go into details. But so now here were the two sides. I was like, I want to give this to you. Like in my mind, I'm like, I see this as I'm taking care of my wife. You know, like. I need to invest in you. It's for YouTube so that you will come to what Muslim was like, no, we need to plan with money. Am I right? Like better use of stuff. And so there was just a disconnect, right? Like in my mind, I was like, yeah, I know we need to plan for money, but like I see how frustrated she was with the phone and how she's always like literally. Anyways, we're not like I said, we're not going to embarrass ourselves. You don't need to see our dirty laundry. Those that know will know, and God know above all. That's all that matters. Above all. So that was my side, but on her side, she saw the frustrations that we're going through in terms of marriage and. Not in terms of marriage, but in terms of like just financially, like all the things we're dealing with, like with the bills and preparing for the baby and stuff. And she was like, "Yo, bro, I don't give me nothing." Like
and I was like, "Waiting with this."
She wants to go to Mexico, but she's like, "Nah, bro, let's just survive right now." And so yeah, so we shared the same lowest moment because and just to summarize everything, I think the reason why we're in tears on the couch was because we just realized that this isn't where we wanted to be. Like, I won't say we had lofty ideas for our first year in marriage or for just doing life together, but we're just like, I was just frustrated because I was like, I don't want life to always be like this. Like, I want to be able to take care of my wife and get her gifts. No, I'm not talking about extravagant rubbish, but like, just give her nice things that she likes. I don't want it to seem like she married me and she's suffering. And her... I'm sorry. And then her on the other hand was like... And then her on the other hand was like, you know, she just wanted us to be in a place where financially secure. Like, so I guess that leads us to the first thing I wanted to talk about. Financially, in this first year, we survived. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you don't need to know the details.
Oh God.
We survived.
Yeah.
We survived because
God helped us.
Yeah, God helped us. That literally, we were not. I'll just say this out there just to... If our story helps you, that's great. But like, it was our first year of marriage. We were figuring a lot of things out. We made sure where we were living is affordable. We made sure not to do the most. Like, the only trip we went for was our honeymoon, and we planned that like before we got married. Like, it was like an investment. So, we really didn't do a lot of things I wanted to do, and that's fine. But financially, like, we just started the journey, and it was challenging at first, but like, we got a rhythm towards the end, and it involved a lot of transparency. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, we're still figuring out the joint account thing. It's not that we don't want one; we do want one.
We have one, in fact.
We have one. It's just like with my let me just say myself, with my financial standing, there's just a lot of things that we just like to keep we just want to sort things out first before consolidating things. So resources go into one pot, but the things that need to be taken care of get taken care of. So that caused at least one major blowout. Now, what is one high that happened in our first year of marriage? I'll talk about it first because it seems like I'm the talker in this video.
I would say I jacked my channel. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway, they are here to see you.
No, they're not. They're here for you, baby. I would say a high for me was just navigating, and I'll call this a holistic, and this is just the way I see it. There wasn't one particular event that happened.
That's what I was gonna say.
Then I was like, oh my god. But it was like, I think the whole thing was a high, and I'll summarize it in this. Just learning to live with Uzoma. Because when you're dating, you're cutting all this stuff, you're not living with the person, you're not understanding their mannerisms, you're not understanding whether or not she wants you to touch her head at 6 a.m. when you're going to work and she's still sleeping.
That's actually very accurate.
Yeah, like, so I think that was a high for me because there were some really, really great moments where it's like, oh, some of you saw it, like when we're cooking for each other and she's posting it, she's giving me food, I'm giving her food, I'm like, oh, I think I like this little life. You know, and then we're sitting down on the couch and just learning. I was just learning each other, like, you know, what does she like, what does she not like, just things like that. I think that was the high for me, just studying my wife, like knowing, like, I can't think of examples off the top of my head, but there were times when there were things I would do just because I don't want problem. And the way she would just light up. Like, okay, let's say she needed something and she has said it 1,000 times, but she has just forgotten or she doesn't feel the release to release that money towards it. And I maybe have some cash into it and I just buy the gift and she sees it, she's like, oh my God! She's so happy. So just, that felt like a good reward for learning little things. Should I give an example?
Oh, it's my water bottle.
Yes.
Yo, that water bottle situation, let me tell you something. It was more than me, it was you, Daniel. You had emotional investment in that.
Yeah.
I had a water bottle that I've been using since 2021. Let me tell you guys something about me. You may not know. I have emotional attachment to objects. I think I should have mentioned that in my video today. I was filming something else. I have emotional attachments. Like, guys, this is TMI, okay? That's what you get when you come on this channel sometimes, okay? I'm so sorry. Like, but I have some pieces of clothing that I literally have been wearing since I was 11 years old.
And let me just tell you, for those of you that are there, I think Lady Fola Shadi Diane posted a video in the same vein. This past, was it Monday? And she said, some of you don't need to buy a new phone. You need to buy a new Dossie, bro. Can't lie. Some of you have t-shirts that you are still wearing that you wear. And, you know, maybe in your mind you're keeping it because you're like, oh my God, I'm still the same size.
Yes!
No, delete, remove, burn. See.
Let me tell you guys something. See, I had this M&S pants, okay? I know it's mostly girls that watch me, so I don't mind. M&S, Marks and Spencer's, you guys are where it's at. Because 11 to 12 years old, I only just threw it away last week. I'm not proud of it, but it's who I am.
Guys, so just to say, we're dealing with a lot of letting go. This first year of marriage.
That's why I studied that. Okay, yeah, the bottle. I had this since 2021.
We're dealing with a lot of letting go in this first year of marriage, innit?
And it took its breaking and not being able to...
Bro, like...
For me to let go of it.
I will not give this bottle the privilege of being the star of this video. It doesn't deserve it.
Daniel.
Because the Lord has done it finally. But anyway, so yeah, like, I think first year of marriage was just a lot of learning, unlearning, and I think that's a high for me. What about you?
Wow.
Also the honeymoon.
Nice.
Because I've never gone out of this country. Yeah. I hadn't been out of the country in like 10 or 11 years at the time. And so being out of the country with my wife.
It's obvious that
in an island. Oh God. For 7 days.
Daniel needed me to come into his life to shake some things up. Because there's actually no reason why he didn't leave this country for that.
Absolutely no reason.
There's no reason. Anyway.
Absolutely no reason.
For me, I also want to say that it's not one thing because I can't think of one grand thing apart from the baby. I think it's the little wins, right? It's like the little moments where I'm like, ooh, I had a good wife moment today. Like when I don't know, made your life easier or just did something that you seem to really appreciate. I think that was a win for me. I also think Daniel's successes at work, that has been a win as well for me because I'm just like, okay, well, this man was not at this level when I met him. Now he's at this level. What has changed? I'm here. Like, sorry, it's just the facts. Like, I think it's always an honor and a privilege when your spouse is doing well because it just shows that you're doing something right. And I think that is another thing that I would really say has been a high. And also ministry-wise, like Daniel, for people that don't know, Daniel is a gospel minister. So he gets invited to places to like basically minister, worship and all that. And yeah, he's gotten a few of those, and yeah, it's been beautiful watching him in that capacity. So I think that has been quite a win for us. Honestly, a win for him is a win for me. So I'm just saying his wins right now. Like, anyway, yeah. No. I also think we've grown.
Also, Uzoma's YouTube. I think for me, and I'm not just I'm not just saying this because we're on a YouTube channel, but I think seeing your wife show up even when she doesn't want to, even when there's somebody going inside her that is kicking her, because the way that baby kicks
she kicked me, hey God.
I understand the fraction of what that baby did to us on my side of and women, I want to publicly apologize for any way that men, society, and we have demeaned hippie people try.
Yeah, we do.
Because I cannot do it. I can never do it. But yeah, just seeing her choose to show up for social media, because contrary to what people believe, right? Like, when it be... God, how do I say this now? It's a lot of work to show up. And her showing up encourages me to show up. And we're figuring out how best to discipline ourselves to show up. But just seeing her take that as a practice, I think was really encouraging and really inspiring. And she got some nice wins. Thank you, our sponsors. I want to say thank you for all the money you have sent us. It can be more. It will be more in this year. Jesus name.
Absolutely, it will be more.
But I was just say shout out, thank you. You know yourself. I don't need to name you.
Glory.
Glory to God.
Period.
Let's talk about love, affection, and romance in marriage. How has it been for the first year? Do you want me to go first so that you not be shy?
No, I can go first.
Yeah, let's have it.
I'd say it's been really good, actually. Like, I feel like we've done a really good job of not being roommates, if that makes sense. Like, we've actually tried to keep the flame, and I think the flame has been kept pretty well, even in pregnancy trenches.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Sorry, that was serious.
Yeah, I think we did a really good job of that. I made it a point, for myself. Like, I made sure, because I always hear people talk about it, like, oh, it's so easy to become roommates with your spouse, blah, blah, blah. And especially with the baby in the mix, even though she wasn't here yet, I still wanted to make sure that, like, I was on job with that, because it would not be said of me that I was the reason that my marriage did not work. No, it will not be said. So,
can you give her a round of applause, please? Can you give her a round of applause?
Thank you.
I agree, but I think I want to highlight some of the challenges we faced or I faced. I think sometimes I dropped the ball because of unnecessary pressure that I placed on myself. I think God was merciful in giving you to me to remind me that romance cannot die. So there were times when you call it out and then we'll just go on a date, or you'd ask when last we go on a date and then we'll go on a date. I think even going on a date has a different meaning, because Uzoma hates this, but I'm always quick to suggest, guys, let's just play card. We don't have to go and buy
I don't hate
food.
it.
But you hate that I suggested, because half the time it's just like, you always say you can't play Uno with two people, and I'm like, anyways. But yeah,
so you want us to play Uno with
guy, if you bring card to me and you flog me, it gives me joy, because I don't want to be defeated. So we'll continue playing till I win. So
Can you imagine? Pride.
I am not a narcissist.
Ego.
I am not a
Nice.
But yeah, just learning the different ways love changes. I remember a few times, and it's only because it's a channel that I'll tell you guys this. Sometimes Uzoma, I remember like at least once or twice, max 3 times, Uzoma will be like, Daniel, I feel like we're roommates, and then I'll be like, okay, something gotta jazz up, because something that tends to at least, again, this is not advice for you, but just saying what happened for us. When you have a 9 to 5 that you have to go to, and you have to bring in money, you have to pay bills, and you have to clean the house, and you have to do the thing. I just entered a routine of, let's just survive. Is there food in the house? Are you happy? Like, are we good? And so she just had to remind me, like, yo, bro, I still love you. Like, even if the money is, still shaking sometimes. Like, so just having that reassurance was really amazing. Romance, I only say this because I think people need to know this. I won't go deeper unless Uzoma decides to make a video about this. I just want to say, all these ideas that social media and many people are pushing about sex and marriage, you will find that marriage is really not true. Especially about sex drives, especially about initiating sex. 2 of you that are getting married or that are married have to decide your sex life is not going to die. And I'll end this point off with one story. I heard Pastor Mike Fabi, Star Wars lovers, he mentioned something.
Why do you have so much energy, guys?
I gotta shout him out. I also feel like you have to be happy.
You don't have to be happy, Daniel. You can be normal.
Okay. But you know this is how I am.
This is how you are, actually.
I'm okay. I'm just... Anyways, he said something that made me think. He was teaching in church, and he was talking about how he prioritizes sex with his wife. And the reason why that stuck out to me is because, everyone seems to have this idea of my spec. In the past 1 year, both our bodies have changed in marriage. Not necessarily because of the way we're feeling one another, but I say all this to say, a lot of things that many of us were chasing before, 1 year into marriage, your eye go open. Your eye go open. And as of the time when she's led to make a video, then I will speak freely. But for now,
she's led.
She's my guy in this thing. To Ale, mama.
Daniel, get out.
You can't get me out, bro. Like, we ringed up a lie. Anyways,
is everything?
You're inside. Show them your ring.
See, the hunger.
We're ringed.
We're both very hungry right now.
So, yeah, like, it was a lot of learning, and if we weren't patient enough to learn each other, like, it would have been very difficult, because I know sometimes she was frustrated, sometimes I was tired and stressed, and yeah, but I would say our love has grown due to intentional work and prayer, which leads me to my next point. Spiritually, how are we doing for this year?
I never took my own.
Oh, sorry, I shut up.
Anyways, Daniel has said a lot that has been very, very on point with, I would say, what the past year has felt like. I definitely have what am I trying to say? Yeah, it's definitely been a pleasant journey, and especially with the whole sex conversation, I feel like, honestly, this is a whole video that I need to make.
Yeah.
But I just feel like my audience is not really the target audience.
You're not ready for that.
I don't know if you guys would agree with me. Like, I don't feel like I have lots of married people following me, so I'm just wondering, like, is there any point making this type of video?
If you're married, shout yourself out in the comment below.
Yeah, let me know. Like, let's know what the community is saying. But our bodies have changed, and our sex drives have just been very different, up and down, as the year has obviously gone past for many reasons. Pregnancy, stress, different things, affect these things. But I feel like it's just that commitment to making sure that, like, this marriage must work. So whatever it is that the enemy wants to use as a loophole to make it not work, we're just going to sew that loophole right out, whatever it takes.
Work, girl.
But yeah, let me just leave it at that. Let's go spiritually. I think we've done pretty good, but I think we can be better this year. Like the baby was a huge driving factor for us praying more together. Like this year, that really helped us because Daniel had created a system where we had a weekly prayer meeting for the baby. Now that wasn't just both of us, that was with family and friends. But
shout out to y'all, because the baby's here and she alive and she giving us a great time.
Is it a great time?
Hallelujah. Yeah, it's a great time.
When she's crying.
Bleak was, if it's a great time, it's a great time. It's a great time. It's a great time.
I promise we love her to pieces, but she is definitely giving us a run for her money, our money. Anyway, spiritually I think we can do better. I don't think that we prayed together enough, as much as we need to, because the kind of problem where we suppose they pray together. We suppose they pray more, but I think this year that can be something that we work on. Even our spiritual lives individually has changed, so that's also something that we've had to take into consideration as well. Like, if you're individually changing spiritually, then it's going to change your dynamic together as well. So I personally know I've been on a journey, like it's been an interesting journey in this past year of just trying to hold together what I thought I had in terms of my relationship with God, and trying to hold on to the past version of what that looked like, because I used to use that as the standard. But I'm trying to learn now that life is changing, life is dynamic. God is the same, but I'm changing. I need to understand where I need to be per time in terms of my relationship with God and what that looks like in this season. And measuring my best not by my past best, but my current capacity
in the Holy Ghost.
So what about you?
I agree. I think first year married, one of the things that we are still working on vehemently is building that family altar where we come together and pray. I think a lot of times it's not emphasized enough. I think now it is emphasized enough, like building systems with the family to establish that family altar. We've seen what it's done for us, and now we've seen that it has to be a priority. We're trying to make it more frequent as possible. Don't get us wrong, like, again, as she said, it's almost like we spent our single lives building such a perfect system of devotion where it's like, I prayed for 1 hour in the morning. I read my Bible, I did a study, I have notes, and it's I'm ready for the day, and now it's like,
don't pafuka.
Like Bella, you know, God help me, God help me. So like, again, it's been a lot of adjusting. But it's still our priority to not only grow individually, but to grow together as a family and to build that altar. So I'll say that's where we're at. And we're still learning, not just to give ourselves grace, but to prioritize God and to walk by His Spirit. So it's a huge priority for us, especially moving into the future years, especially now that the baby is here. And just involving her inside it, like, favor, you walk in alignment with the angel. The other day, the baby was on me. I said, okay, since you are shouting, I know how to shout back. You walk in alignment with the angel of your destiny, the angel. Anyways, I digress. But it's still ongoing. You think I'm crazy, don't you?
Yes.
It's fine. So, on to the next aspect, second to the last. The baby.
Child, this is a whole video on its own.
Nah, we'll do that one later. But like, I want us to talk about how, like, just navigating that in marriage. Because like, a lot of times people, I don't want to scare you, but all of you that are saying you want to marry, your first year, you know, first 2 years, not your enjoy husband. Carry IUD. Whatever it is you want to carry it now.
That is so funny.
He will do you like a dream. But I want to talk about how, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because in our first year of marriage, we're trying to learn ourselves as married people living together. But now we have the added mixture of a lovely bouncing baby girl.
She is bouncing.
In the Lord. So, how would you say, just briefly, because I know you made a whole video and we're going to make another video about this, but just how navigating that, because some people may think, and I'm sure at some point in time we felt like we were robbed of that first year of getting to know your spouse. anyways, maybe I should start talking about the Uzoma and what she wants to say. I think for us, we had to make sure, even till now, that we had to make sure that the baby doesn't become our identity, just because we can't necessarily plan our whole lives around the baby. Baby can't be the thing that's uniting us. We married ourselves, and then the baby came as a result of that. So even when she was pregnant, like, just still having time to just have fun. I remember that Uzoma is a woman. I think that's something that God has been teaching me, is that I have a very huge responsibility, not just take care of the baby, but take care of my wife, and to also take care of myself, so that I can be there for two of them.
Say that.
Because it was a journey. Like, I think I would always encourage fathers, husbands, every ultrasound appointment. I don't care where you work, respectfully. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's Google. I don't care if it's Tesla. I don't care if it's Microsoft. Go for every ultrasound appointment with your wife, man. Like, work will be fine. Because it just helps. It helps us just enjoy the whole journey together, to the point where we actually miss the midwife appointment.
Yeah, I missed them.
But then I had to remember that, okay, the baby's here now. This is what we're waiting for. So enjoy this blessing now, right? So we just had to make a priority of just choosing each other. And I remember, I'll end on this. I was talking to a friend of mine, and we told them that you have to just choose to love each other in spite of what happens. Like, in spite of the good, in spite of the bad, in spite of the challenges, in spite of the journey, you just have to... I have to wake up each day and say, I'm going to love Uzoma, even if I may not feel like it. Even if I'm upset. And God gives grace, because the covenant is not just with Uzoma. God is inside. So yeah, that's how I think the baby really changed us, because also we had to mature really fast. Like, we went from
vibes on vibes. No more vibes.
You gotta calculate.
Yeah,
So,
and I think that it's not always a bad thing, you know, like,
I don't think so.
And people think a lot of times, like, having to come into that level of maturity is bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually very good to make you into the kind of person that you need to be to achieve what it is you need to achieve in life. Shout out to parents everywhere, child. Like, parents are really, really doing the Lord's work, especially if they are good parents, you know.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Also, I just want to say this because my pastor said it. And if you know, you know. He said parents are not normal.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it, but when he said it, I was like, thank you.
Yeah,
every parent is probably, I don't want to use the word mad, but they have undergone something.
It's a lot.
Because,
it's a life-altering experience.
Yeah, like,
you can never be the same.
And we're not saying this like to try and convince ourselves that well, okay, I'm fine with you and my parents. No, like, we've had the grieving process. I remember one day we sat down on the couch and we had to have a talk of, let's grieve the lives we knew that we once were. Like, you were a different girl, and you know, I was a different guy. I had a different expectation. Let's grieve that. Let's accept a new reality and let's grow in that. So, yeah,
it's been something.
It's been something. So, as we end this video, darling, what are your hopes and dreams?
Hopes and dreams.
Just say one.
One.
Just say one.
We must survive our house.
Hallelujah!
Yeah, we really want to purchase our property soon.
Okay, say one more.
So guys, please watch my videos.
Yeah.
Okay, please. I beg you.
I can knee down.
No, don't do that. Another thing, I just hope for us to grow spiritually.
Yeah.
As a family, like, have more direction spiritually, love God more, and also raise a really great human being. Human beings, yeah. Sorry, I'm only mono vision right now.
I have to think for one of them that come from out of your belly.
Them. Anyway, yeah. What about you?
You said two things. So I'll say two other things. I think I also want to make sure that we achieve our goals. You with YouTube, me with music.
Yes.
We can't allow our dreams die.
No.
I think there is a healthy way for them to grow, because God has given them to us for His glory. So that's the first thing I would say. And I think the second thing I would say is just enjoying the reality of life. And what I mean is that we don't necessarily have to do the lofty things to prove that we are having a great time or that we're happy.
Yeah.
But just enjoying, like, okay, summer, we're outside on the balcony sitting down, shirtless, the child is in pampers, we're eating a nice meal, just enjoying what family means, because I think these are the memories that we'll hold on to forever, rather than the crazy,
Making me
expensive
emotional.
trips.
Trees?
I'm tired, man. 9 to 5.
Nah, this is so. I'm so emotional right now. I love that.
I think that's a dream for me, just because it's what I saw
Growing
up. Like, just enjoying the little things. Like, there will be big things. Yeah, I promise you there will be big things. But I still want us to enjoy the little things without always looking forward to the big things, because we miss out on life. So, yeah. Dear future Uzum and future Daniel, whatever year of marriage you are, you're watching this, we hope that you are doing much better than you are right now. We know that you still be together because you don't lock. Bring your hand. Bring your hand. Let's remind ourselves in the future. Let's remind ourselves. You don't lock. Cause see padlock, cause see key.
Nowhere to hide.
Nowhere to hide. We know you're gonna be doing much better. We know you're gonna be doing greater. But we want to just remind ourselves of where we started, in our one little bedroom in Ottawa, Ontario, with our baby girl and friends and family around us. So yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Like and subscribe.
Please.
Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment.
Bye. I like that song.